Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Chris Kelley. Chris, first of all, I'm so excited to sit down with you because I typically don't sit down with people who are running in any capacity of politics. But you know what? I have to tell myself I'm young with influence.
Yes, sir.
And my influence is going to grow through the years of my life. And I want to make sure that I put voices to platforms that can reach people.
Right.
You know, because this is my way of supporting. Not that I agree with this person or disagree with this person, but I do think if you have platforms and you're young, it is part of your duty to inform the people.
It is.
And although we won't too much talk about what you're running for today in this present moment, I do want to talk about it. But I want people to know who you are more than anything else in this conversation.
Yes, sir.
Now, Chris, I don't know where did we even officially meet. I don't know where we met, how we met. So it's kind of like, usually people have stories of how you met some people. I don't know. Do you know?
I have a vague recollection of, obviously both of us grew up in the arts and creative community. And of course I was extremely impressed. And I'll let you share your story, which I'm sure you probably already have, but I was extremely impressed with your talent. And I cannot remember exactly where we were, but I think I was singing and you were performing. And
yes, that's why I was doing Michael Jackson.
Yes, you were doing Michael Jackson. And I saw you, I said, man, he is impressive. And I met your family, and of course you were much younger then. I said, man, I have to follow this guy. I have to follow him and kind of chart his path and his career and whatnot. And man, I've been following you on social media for years.
Wow.
And
so you saw me before I did all this.
Oh, yes. Wow. Oh, yes. And so to see the growth, the maturation, the calling on your life, it's just impressive to watch and to see. And so I'm excited just to sit down with you because I've just been following you, man. And I'm like, we've got to make this happen. Yeah. And so, of course, we connected and I'm sitting here today because of that.
Well, I don't remember what show it was that we met, but I do remember when I first met you. First of all, you could sing crazy good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I remember when Delonte Taylor did some kind of Black Man Unite walk.
Yes.
And you were singing, you guys were arm to arm. And it felt like a 70s moment.
Man,
almost. Because the way you were singing, it was like, wow. I felt it. And I did not walk because I was assisting.
Yes.
I was probably helping doing something, but I didn't walk. But I just remember like this dude right here is somebody that I want to get to know. Yeah. And I think every time we meet, it's always gracious. It's always like, how you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah. But here's what I really want to know now in this moment. Yeah. So before anyone knows your name, who are you? Who is Chris?
And you want me to describe who I am? Or
without,
what they see.
But without the titles, without you, because you get to work with somebody who's very highly respected. Exactly. In Georgia and probably the world. Right. He knows a lot of people. Yeah. So you get to work hand in hand with him. Without all of that, who is Chris?
Number one, man, I am a son of God. My faith is something that is carried me throughout all parts of and points of my life. Some of the things that I've experienced, God had to take me from scripture to experience, from theory to reality. Growing up in church, my parents in ministry, my dad's a pastor now.
Oh, okay.
I've traveled abroad. I've been in ministry myself, worked in prison ministry and adolescent reform, etc. But in doing all of that, I was following a certain pattern of thought and approach to scripture. I knew God up here. I could recite the 66 books of the Bible, and I could tell you where Jesus was born and all of that. I could tell you the lineage of Christ, but I did not know him for myself in experience. And God had to take me into the wilderness, as it were, and he had to teach me who he was. He had to teach me that he was manna from heaven, that he was the bread of life in my life. And so it went from being in theory and of what the church taught me and of what I had grown to believe, but then God had to teach me exactly who he was, how he walks and talks with me in my everyday life. So faith, number one, is extremely important to me. And then, of course, I am a husband and of course, a father. And, one of the things that my dad always taught me, he said, Chris, your first congregation is your family. That's your family. And to me, they are a reflection of who I am, proud to be a husband and a father. And
how long have you been married now?
So I just got married. In March of last year.
Oh, so it hasn't been a year
Hadn't
yet.
even been a year yet.
Wow.
And I wisely got married on my wife's birthday.
Oh,
I can never forget it.
Very good. Very, very good, Chris. Very good.
But
very
to her,
good.
she says, I need 2 gifts. She says, I need 2 gifts. So, I'm still saddled with that.
Yeah.
But man. Of course, I was previously married, but we are newlyweds and blended family. And just a blessing, man. My daughter, who was now 15, loves my wife. I mean, they are extremely close. I mean, when folks see them out in public, you would think that she gave birth to my daughter, and I gave birth to her son.
Really?
Because I'm all he knows. I started dating my wife when he was barely 2 years old, and so
wow.
I'm daddy. And Matt, man, I truly believe in divine order.
Same here.
We were shopping at Target.
Wait a minute.
And
come on,
we
Target.
were getting ready to check our items out. Yes, sir. We were checking our items out, and the cashier, she sees, what a handsome little fella. And she says, she points at my now wife. She says, who is that? And he says, that's mommy. Before she could say anything else.
Wow.
He says, and this is my daddy.
Oh.
We had only been together for maybe 3-4 months.
Wow.
And I've dated women who had children, before, and I've never tried to come in and replace, the father. I'm there to do the best that I can. I'm gonna support you, love you, but I've never asked a child, call me dad. He did that on his own. In that same week, my daughter called me and she said, Daddy, can she be my new stepmommy?
Wow.
And so that was...
Must be something about Keisha. Keisha's her name, right?
Yes,
Must be something about you, Keisha, girl.
Yeah.
Come on.
Man.
The kids love you, Keisha, girl.
I'm telling you,
Come
man.
on.
And that was a little over three years ago now.
Wow.
So
that would have had to make you feel like...
It did.
You know what I'm saying? As a parent.
Man,
but then
as
as a man in a relationship, like,
yes.
that would have had to relieve a lot of pressure.
Oh, yes.
Probably some unspoken pressure that are just already there when a man dates a woman with a wife and he has kids too.
Right.
You know
Absolutely, man. Because it was, I thought about it and I said, now I'm getting ready to bring my daughter. I've introduced her to this person. I want them to connect, but I want it to be authentic. Because I've been in previous situations where that blend and that mesh did not happen.
Did not work. Yeah.
That relationship did not happen.
Yeah.
So for her to do that on her own, unsolicited, I didn't say, hey, I need you to call her stepmommy.
Yeah, sure.
She did it on her own.
So
Fantastic.
Chris is a man of God.
Yes, sir.
He is a father, a husband.
Yes, sir.
What's one thing, a part of your life story that you think people would really understand or resonate with you if you expressed it?
I'm the type that loves to live his life out in the open. I was not always that way. There were parts of my story that I tried to hide, parts of my testimony that I tried to keep, away in my little box somewhere and forget about it. But I tell you, I lean into, number one, I'm probably the least judgmental person you'll ever meet.
Okay.
People connect with that. And then I'm willing to be authentic, real, raw, and completely transparent. In my line of work, transparency is extremely important. People trust you more, even if you don't know the answer.
Yeah.
When I was in sales for years, one of the things that I would always tell my associates, I said, listen, if you don't have the answer, it's okay to tell the customer you don't know. The last thing anyone wants to deal with is a lying salesperson.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And in this life, we are constantly selling something. We are constantly positing a particular product, even if that's just who we are, if that's just us, or if it's a brand of some an item that we're trying to sell. We are constantly selling something. I choose to sell authenticity. to all that meet me. And, you know, look, I've ran into some folks that didn't like me. They didn't like what I was selling. Right. They didn't understand.
Or maybe
they
couldn't afford it.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't afford it. There you go. That's a very good way to put it. Maybe they couldn't afford it, you know, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, it took me a while to get to that point in my life where I was okay with saying, hey, this is who I am. But it's also given me a heart for, you know, in my line of work of reaching people. I have to be willing to understand and have conversations like we're doing now.
Sure.
And you can get so much further in life by having those conversations, whether it be something that you understand or don't understand. So I think that is something that has connected people.
Is
yes.
You're authentic.
Authentic.
You're real.
Yes. Yes.
You don't sugarcoat.
Right. Right.
But I feel like you're a person that gives a lot of grace, though.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Right.
Are you? Is that true for you? Like,
That is.
Are
That
you more
is.
of a grace than truth, or are you more truth
Yeah.
than grace?
My wife would say that.
Okay.
She would say truth then grace.
Okay.
But you know, I'm very understanding.
Got it.
I'm very discerning, perceptive. I observe a lot. You know, growing up in arts and entertainment, you know, I used to imitate people a lot.
Oh, really?
Voices, all of that.
I think that's
why
no.
we
You know what it
connected.
was?
Yeah.
I remember. Come on, thank you, Holy Spirit.
Yes, sir.
We got a proclamation together.
Yes.
That's what it was.
We sure did. We
and,
sure
and
did.
then
we sure
you
did.
got a proclamation for
Pop Barnes.
Yep.
Working for the veterans.
Right, and that's how we met.
Yes,
'Cause
sir.
you were concerned about how do you get a back of I got a picture of us actually. So that there you go. That's how we met.
I still have my proclamation, by the
I
way.
do too. I do too. I do
Yes.
too. I do
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you are you're not only are you talented, but like you have this mind and this heart that draws people, and that's how people can relate to you.
Correct.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get in the car.
Okay.
Okay, let's get in like an old type car.
Okay.
And you're driving. I'm sitting in the passenger side.
Yeah.
And we're riding through the neighborhood that you grew up in. So so that you think about what age you were then. Tell me what it was like to be young.
Yeah.
And particularly the young you.
Right.
Okay. Now don't drive too fast.
Because
Because I want to go through your childhood, but I want to go through it in a way that people can sense
right.
the similarities. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So take me through your childhood. What street did you grow up on? Do you remember?
Man, Raffensperger.
Come on, who?
Raffensperger.
That sounds like a burger joint or something. I'm getting hungry, Grimps.
Burger King. No,
I'm getting hungry. Okay, I never heard that. Where's that at?
Raffensperger, Springfield, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
On the east side of Springfield, Ohio.
Okay,
And then my third grade year, we relocated to East Home Road and Northmore Drive in Springfield, Ohio. And I eventually graduated from it's now one high school, but we had more students back then. We had South High School and we had North High School. I was at North High School. But the interesting facts, when I was little, growing up on the east side of town, Raffensperger, community is the first word that comes to mind. I'm talking running the streets with your friends, riding each other's bikes, playing football in the street with a little strip of grass before you hit the sidewalk was the only place where you could tackle. Man, I tell you, I used to steal John Legend's bike all the time.
John Legend.
I know him as Johnny Stevens.
All of me.
Yes, sir. I know him as Johnny Stevens, man.
Wow.
Yeah, John Legend and I
You
grew up
steal
in
his bike, though?
To steal his bike.
That's kind of a bully, though, Chris.
And I'm gonna tell you where I used to steal it from. This is gonna blow your mind.
You're a bully, Chris? Come on.
No, he's much older than me.
Oh, okay.
But I was mad at them, right? Him and his brothers and my brothers, they would get down there and they're playing basketball. He's like 7 years older than me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
he was
so,
bullying you, probably.
Right,
okay.
he's bullying me, right? You know, so they had their bikes and I wanted to play. They wouldn't let me play. So, of course, you know, back when we were young, your mom may lay you down for 3 or 4 hours a day in the middle of the summer. She said, "Now go lay down. You're gonna take a nap."
Right.
And she got all
broad
type,
daylight.
Man, broad. She cooked dinner. She was
confusing
washing
to a little
clothes.
child.
Right. I'm like, why am I laying down?
The sun is still out. What you mean, man? Come on.
Pulling the covers up over my face.
Right. You got to make it dark so you go to sleep. Confuse your brain.
Right. So I used to get mad.
Yeah.
And I said, they won't let me play. And so they'd be playing basketball at a church in the church parking lot. And I'm stealing bikes from the church. So they're playing basketball. So I'd hop on the bike and I'd ride it down to my house, and I wouldn't even use the kickstand. I'd just throw it down in the front yard. My mom say, "Boy, come in here and take a nap." So, man, by the time the guys would get done playing ball, they looking around, what? And they call my brothers Bruce and Scott. They say, "Wait, man, where Chris take our bike, man? I got to walk all the way to your house.
Just stealing. Just stealing.
To get my bike, man."
So childhood was good. You had fun.
Man, we had
stealing
a lot of fun.
bikes,
Stealing bikes.
Napping in the daytime.
Napping during the daytime.
You had a great childhood.
And in church, about 4 or 5 times a week.
Come on.
Man, church 4 or 5 times
and on
a week.
Wednesdays.
Man, Wednesday, listen.
And evening, Sunday evening.
Listen, if it was Tuesday morning during the summer, you had Tuesday morning prayer meeting. Wednesday night, prayer and praise.
Okay, you was really in church.
Oh, I was in church. You had Friday night Bible study, Sunday school, and then 2 services on Sunday. Yeah. Now, we also had a community dinner as well.
Oh.
And I'm talking about all you can eat, buffet style, amazing. We loved it.
Come on.
Man, I learned so much from cutting grass to busting suds. I'm talking about the pots that are about this big, the big drum of mashed potatoes and green beans. I love
mashed potatoes.
And you down there with a Brillo pad trying to clean that thing. I mean, it taught us.
It taught you.
It taught us, man. So
tell me, what did your childhood teach you about like the power or the importance of voice and being seen and fighting for what's right? Because that's what you're doing now. I mean, absolutely. I think that if we were to open your heart and really see all the ins and out of you, you would see a man who just wants better for his people.
That's it.
So
That's it.
What did your childhood teach you that? Like, well, how?
Yeah.
Because did you like grow up around people like that?
Oh, I did. Yeah, man. So my father's a pastor. I have a lot of ministers and pastors in my family. Mary McLeod Bethune is a cousin of mine. Mary McLeod Bethune is a cousin of mine. I'll send you a picture of her and my grandmother.
Please.
Yeah.
So I can put it on the thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I learned that doing a 4th grade Black History Month project, and I just so happened to select Mary McLeod Bethune.
Wow.
My father ended up taking me to my grandmother's house. You didn't know that though? I had no idea.
Wow.
And my father took me to my grandmother's house and said, "Chris has a project." She said, "Okay." He said, "Mom, I want you to tell him all about his cousin." She said, "Who is that?" "Mary McLeod Bethune." And so the church is what gave me the first stage. We would have to get up and recite the 66 books of the Bible in front of the entire congregation of about 250 to 300 people as a kid. And your parents are sitting there on that row looking at you like this. You better not embarrass me. Because we was up all night Saturday trying to
you'll be napping for a long time.
For a long time. You're going to have an all-day nap with a spanking.
Right.
So that gave me my first experience on stage. I was about 10 years old, and the lady who was over the youth choir at the time, she didn't know that I could sing like that. I was singing bass at 10. I grew up singing a cappella. My parents believed in you learn the parts before you learn a solo.
Really?
Learn how to excel in the background before you seek a solo. What that taught me was humility. Got to crawl before you walk. Got to be willing, as we talked about it before, to write the vision and make it plain.
Right.
To think these things into existence. And so
all of this taught you the power of
voice.
Your voice.
Yes.
And
wanting
to better for the people.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get vulnerable with you.
Oh, come on, please.
I want to share a story with you that had happened. My father was a minister at the time. He was what they called in our particular non-denomination, a lay minister. Is the title that basically an assistant pastor. Okay. So the young men, we were some jokesters. I was probably 14, 15 years old at this point. And we had what they called combined Sunday school. They'd send all the kids, K through 12 basically, over into what they call the fellowship hall where we would have the community dinner. And so we had this Sunday school program. The Sunday school superintendent at the time, she said, if you don't know your memory work, because they would make some of us old folks that went to church all the time. You had memory work. You had to memorize a scripture.
Sound old.
It sound old. Memory works.
I ain't never heard that.
He said memory work. What's that? So we had memory work, man. Yeah. So she said, if you don't know it, don't get up. So we're on stage, and you got all the Sunday school classes lined up on stage. Right. Big deal that we did every, once a month. On this Sunday morning. And so I was the only one of the boys in my preteen class, or my young teen class is what they called it, that knew the memory work. I was the only one. So the rest of the boys that I was with, they didn't get up. So some of them were fumbling with the Bible, trying to figure out where the scripture was, trying to get up.
They were scared.
So they were scared. So there was a minister who speaks up. He was known to, he black, that's an abomination. I mean, he was fire and brimstone.
Sure.
So he gets up and he laid into us.
Really?
You all are an abomination before God. I mean, he went down there. Rebellion is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction would drive it. I mean, he was quoting all types of beat your kid scriptures.
Wow.
He was on top of us. My dad was standing all the way in the back of the sanctuary. Mm-hmm. And I remember like it was yesterday. He was standing underneath the balcony in the sanctuary, and he was just watching. And next thing you know, boom, he took off. Now, the whole congregation was silent. I mean, this man was laying into us, laid us open. Now, we all like, we looking at the superintendent like, you going to speak up for us? You told them if they didn't know it, to keep their seat.
Exactly.
She just letting us, go ahead and catch this one.
Right.
I ain't going to take this bullet for you.
Right.
Man, my dad came all the way up to the front of the sanctuary and confronted him in front of everybody.
Really?
He said, now, hold on. I was in there. He said, when you said, and he pointed at the superintendent, when you said if they didn't know it, for them to keep their seat. He said, what are we teaching our children? He said, when faced with an opportunity to speak up, and we choose silence. I never forgot that. And it always taught me that even for those that cannot speak for themselves, you must speak for them, even if it costs you your reputation. Even if you're criticized, misunderstood, even if your colleagues won't do it, you've got to be willing to speak up.
Well, with a dad like that, Chris, of
Yeah.
course you would be doing what you're doing today.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and he and I are to this day extremely close.
Your father?
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Yeah, my dad is 71. He and my mother literally
he's
just,
young.
yeah. Matter of fact, today is their anniversary, so happy anniversary to my parents. 48 years of marriage.
Come on, tip the hat. What's your dad's name?
Yeah, Bruce Kelley. Yeah.
Bruce Kelley.
Yeah, Bruce Morgan Kelley Sr. Yeah, and Cindy Kelley.
What wound did you have to heal in order for you to lead with such boldness and like tenacity?
Yeah.
What wound did you have to heal to be able to do that? Because oftentimes what we don't see in leaders, because you're a leader, is that they have had to do some tremendous work on themselves to even face what they are able to face. That makes sense?
Right, absolutely.
So what wound did you have to heal to be able to lead in the way that you're doing now?
Well, rejection. I grew up in a holiness movement, so we were very, very strict in the fundamentals of Scripture and what we believed, and I still to this day believe many of those tenets that I was taught and raised on. It's made me into the man that I am today. But I left when I was moved from the state of Ohio, left the church, relocated to another congregation down here. I was about 23, 24 years old. So I've been here for a while. I've been here about 17 years. I just turned 40 in October.
Okay.
I had to heal from the rejection of those that did not understand where God was taking me. These are people that have known me since I was a baby, who held me when I was an infant. And the judgment of that group that I held in such high regard, that church hurt. There's a lot of people who are church hurt. The pain that I felt because these types of conversations could have easily cleared up any misunderstanding.
Sure.
But a lot of times we Bible believing folk, we can be extremely judgmental.
Yeah, we beat them with the Bible.
We beat folks over the head.
Or we read the Bible, know the word, but because we're so into it and fleshly, we pick and choose what's right and wrong.
There you go.
We become the Bible instead of knowing the Bible.
I'm telling you, we become God in our own mind, and we become so judgmental. And one of the scriptures that, I had committed to memory was, ye who are spiritual, restore such a one, considering yourself, lest you be tempted and fall. And so basically place yourself in that person's shoes before you judge them. You're judging a man's decision before you know his choices.
Sure.
And I was severely hurt because I grew up in it. It was my entire life. I mean, that's what I'm there 4 or 5 times a week. I grew up with it. This is family to me.
Yeah.
And so when I believe that God is taking me away from something, they did not understand that, because sometimes, and I said this to a friend of mine last week, I said, don't allow a person's limitations to become your personal expectation. And I allowed that to happen for a while because they had told me, well, we see you doing this. But I'm saying, God is calling me. I felt like Joseph, he's given me a dream. He's told me that there's something else down the road for me. He's leading me away. And that family tie, that bond, that church, that I'm snatching you back. And when I broke free from that, there was a lot of pain there. Even when I moved here, underneath the same denomination, when I left that congregation, because I said, we are not doing the work of God.
Sure.
God said, go into all the world.
Sure.
He said, be in the street.
Sure.
He didn't say beg and plead for folks to come to your congregation.
Yeah.
He didn't say do that. If you look at the life of Christ, Christ did not have a physical church when he was here on this earth. He was the church. Wherever he went, the Bible says he opened up the scroll, he opened up the word, and he began to teach them. And so for me, God called me to the street.
Come on.
They didn't understand that. And there was a lot of pain. And so
You had to heal that.
I had to heal.
Yeah.
God took me into a place of isolation where it was just me and him. And so when I came out of that, I said, one man in God. If I'm rolling all by myself, if it's just me and him, I'm good.
I wonder, though, what part of yourself have you had to outgrow to be who you are today?
Oh, boy.
Come on, Chris. I'm gonna hit you now because
you gave me some softballs at the beginning.
Come on, Chris. I got to ask. I
saw that look on your face. I said, he's just softening me up. He's softening me
No,
up.
come on, Chris. We got to know.
I was reading it.
Yeah.
So I was single, obviously.
Yeah.
And, being in arts and entertainment, that's a very attractive industry.
It is.
It puts you in the limelight. It puts you in the spotlight. It makes you a cool kid or a cool guy or an adult or what have you. And people are attracted to that thing. A lot of it is because people wish they could be that and they admire the talent.
It's almost
like
almost like some kind of Michael Jackson effect.
Yes,
where like people
come on
think,
now, you know about that.
You know what I'm saying? or like a Beatles effect. You know what I'm saying? It's like a celebrity effect almost. So,
and you, even in the local community, you can almost kind of become or be treated as like a celebrity.
Absolutely.
Almost of sorts.
Absolutely.
And I one of the things that I had to, outgrow was the need for companionship. I never wanted to be that playboy.
Got it.
Never wanted to be that.
Got it.
Always wanted to be married. Always wanted what my parents had. That's the way I was raised. Never wanted to do, walk off stage and what do they call them, groupies or what have you, or you have, the ones that are following you around from show to show. I never wanted that, right? But I engaged in that type of activity.
Got it.
But what it did was it led to a dead end every time. You wake up in the morning and it's like, what have I done?
Yep.
What am I doing?
Yep.
There has to be more to it.
Yep.
And I reached a point, man, where I just shut down. I'm not responding to text messages, phone calls. I don't want companionship.
Sure.
I don't want to be bothered.
Sure.
God had to take me to a place where I was okay with just me and him. I would do a show, go to work, come home, put on Netflix, cook a little food, take my shower, work out, whatever. It was just me, and I was fine with that.
Yeah.
And once I got comfortable with that, once I grew confident in where God was taking me, once I was sure of where he was taking me, and that I was okay if I never had that again, that's when he opened up my eyes and I saw my wife. That's when that happened. And I share this story with you, and I know that you're a spiritual man and you'll understand this because this blows her mind and my mind.
Yeah.
I was in this particular place, hardly maybe 125 people comfortably could fit into this particular venue. Local wine bar here in town. Very intimate, man, extremely classy venue. Awesome. Me and the band, man, jazz music.
Come on,
we
love
rock
it.
out. Man, it was
Love
awesome.
it. Come
awesome.
on. What a sound. I love being jazz.
Man, it was just fantastic. You would have loved it, man. And we're performing, and we were celebrating the owner's birthday. And my wife is mixed. Her mother's Caucasian.
Okay.
just like you, I introduce myself to the entire room. I go from table to table to table, booth to booth, thanking people for coming. Hey, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Show's getting ready to start 5 minutes, whatever.
Right.
And Matthew, she was there amongst nothing but African-American people. And like I say, my mother-in-law is Caucasian. I do not remember her or my wife ever being there. They remember being there. My wife comes back in probably about 2 or 3 months later.
Same club.
Same exact place. Immediately I saw her. During that time that she first came, I was still dealing with my ex. I was still cutting the ties of that.
Sure.
It was no longer physical, but there was financial dealings that we had. I was still severing that.
Sure.
She was still dealing with some of the residual impact of a previous relationship as well. Neither one of us was ready in that moment. But when we saw each other, when we locked eyes, when we made contact, that's exactly when we started communicating.
Wow.
And then the rest is history.
So you had to outgrow this arrogance, almost arrogant mindset.
Yes.
To become who you are today.
Yes, absolutely. That I had to have it. I mean, because, you feel entitled.
Yeah.
In that particular place that you're in, you feel like, well, I'm the man.
Sure.
But this is what I do. Even if you don't say it.
They're coming to see me.
Oh, they're coming to see me.
Yeah.
And I can get whoever I want.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with 2 or 3 of them being here at the same time. Like I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's emptiness on the other side of that. It's heartbreak. It's pain. It's leaving others damaged as well,
right.
Because I was damaged,
right.
Because I will still hurt from previous relationships, right? And so brokenness breeds brokenness. And so therefore, being as broken as I was and unhealed, I was in no way ready for any type of relationship of value. And I truly believe this. I believe that God put a blinder over my eye. I could not see her in the way that I needed to, because if I would have pursued it and I would have messed it up.
Yeah,
I would have damaged it. And so I thank God for keeping, despite all of my craziness, he kept her in a cocoon, as it were.
Come on.
And said, until this man is ready to appreciate the beauty that is this butterfly
He'll get
now.
it.
And so God hid that from me, man.
Yeah.
And so I had to outgrow that part of me.
That whole.
But guess where that came from?
Yeah.
That came from that church hurt.
Yeah, because I was going to say, how does a kid grow up in the church, see two parents now celebrating 40 years of marriage?
Yeah.
How does that happen to you? How does that?
Well, I glorify my oldest brothers too. I kind of tease them.
Okay.
I'm going to throw them under the bus.
Well, I didn't ask him to say that. Okay, he said that. So if you see me in the street, you talk to him. Okay,
I'm gonna show them this clip too. I'm gonna mess with them, but they're both happily married, beautiful families and whatnot. But idolizing them and seeing them, and they were always extremely popular and all that type of thing, and idolizing.
Because you're the baby, right?
I'm the baby boy. I'm the baby boy. I have a younger sister.
Okay, now what are the age ranges?
5 of us. So we go from, because I'm 40, my youngest sister is 36.
Okay.
My oldest brother's 47. Me and my oldest brother had the same birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
October
you're the baby boy, of course.
Yeah, the baby boy. So I'm looking up to them and wanting to be like them and all that good stuff, man.
And you just happen to live that life. Yeah.
Yes. Living that life and not allowing my gift to be used by God for good.
Yeah, sure. You know, I think we all do things that don't honor who we are when we don't know better.
Right.
When we don't know better. And people can sit and say, well, no, we know, some of us do know better. But the truth is, we don't. Right. We only do what we think feels right.
Yes.
And this is what happens with people who struggle mentally or get into things that they shouldn't do, because in their mind, they think that's right.
Right.
Because it's helping them in a sense. It's healing a wound that was created when they were 10 and they were 5 or they were 6. So they think it's right. So we all have been there. So there's a lot of grace. And anybody who's saying, listen to us right now, who's saying that they haven't been there or done something to that effect.
Yes, sir.
You're lying.
You're lying.
Chris,
I mean, how did that? So, if you don't mind,
no, go ahead.
I want to ask you this, because you said something that is so key. And you and I both obviously are able to compartmentalize extremely well, because there's characters that you can go into, and become in those moments of need. You know, the singer, the performer, the speaker, what have you. how did you make the transition? Because like I say, the first time I saw you was on a stage.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
Man, and you were performing. I mean, you was cutting the rug, as they say. How did you?
I don't know if there's a transition because I'm still performing in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, this is who I am in my core.
Right.
And Michael, at the time, that's who I was too. I mean, I wanted to help people. But I'm still in the line of helping people.
Right.
I'm still in the people business.
Right.
Which means if I was doing Michael Jackson, I was creating an environment to make people happy.
Right.
Or to bring some kind of happiness in the room.
Right.
I'm still doing that now.
Yeah.
Just through a different lens.
Right.
So I would say there was no magic turnaround or magic transformation. I just I'm more in what God has called me to be in this season of my life.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect
sense.
sense.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it does, because when you think about Peter was still bold.
Yeah.
He was just infused with the Holy Ghost.
Exactly.
He wasn't cutting ears off.
Exactly. So I'm still in the people line of work. I don't know. The only thing is, Shay, I'm not wearing a fedora and wearing white socks with black shoes and dancing anymore.
Right.
But I'm still people all day.
Could you still do it, though?
Oh, God, no. Oh, Chris, I ain't got so fat, man. When you saw me, I was like, I probably was a little skinny, man, but now I'm more than like Tito Jackson.
We just need to do a Jackson 5 reunion. You
God,
know, they all done graduated, got kids.
Bless Tito, rest in peace, Tito Jackson. But let me tell you, if I do that now, you have to give me some oxygen or something, man. And I'm telling you right now, the way my body's set up right now, I have to take a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
So no. That's a good question. I've never been asked that before, but there hasn't been any big change.
Right.
It's just been that I'm just doing it in a different way now.
Right. Well, I mean, you're still lighting up a room, though.
Well,
like
I praise the Lord.
You're still healing people as well.
Praise the Lord.
That's a blessing.
Chris, I wonder,
yes, sir,
what's one thing you were wrong about that taught you so much? Mm-hmm. Like you went into it with this mindset and it was wrong.
Right.
But then it ended up like teaching you. Right. That makes sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, low hanging fruit would say some of the relationships that I was in.
Right.
But I'm gonna go back to one that's a little bit more impactful, I guess, more on the positive side. Sure. I'll say it that way.
Well, that's positive too, though.
Well, it is, because I learned what not to do.
Wouldn't take nothing from my journey now.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Listen. Just because you did what you did doesn't mean that you are a bad person. Right. You just did what any other unhealed man would do.
Exactly.
This is so good, because this is why we got to make sure that our men are good mentally. Right. Because they get into things they shouldn't get into. Yes, sir. And unfortunately, it affects other people. Yes, sir. That makes sense?
It does.
So
it does. It does.
I think, first of all, you're not that person anymore.
No more.
And then secondly, what you're doing with your life is making sure that other men don't be that person.
There you go. That makes sense? Man, and I share that testimony everywhere I go. I talk about it. And this is why I truly believe that what I'm doing now, God has called me for such a time.
I believe so too.
Because he trained me, all those things, all those so-called failures and shortcomings and pitfalls and things of that nature, those mistakes, the ridicule. He was prepping me. He was getting me ready for what he's called me to do. And so when I look back at your question, man, I was thinking about I was heavily involved in student-led organizations when I was in school and whatnot. And there was a particular camp that I did not want to attend. I kind of had a preconceived notion, man. But a guy that I am close to this day, who came to me and he said, "You are literally the first black guy I've had a conversation with for more than 5 minutes."
Really?
Yeah, more than 5 minutes.
Wow.
And, Matthew, now what I do, I talk to so many people who are on the other side of the aisle, politically speaking, but I reference that all the time because that was something that I had experienced as a teen. And now here I am as a 40-year-old male dealing with that same mentality, but now I have a reference point that sometimes people just need someone to have a conversation with them and to talk to them.
That's so good.
Because I had a mentality of something, went into it thinking this, and came out on the other side with a lifelong friend.
Still talk to today?
Still talk to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
how do you take care of yourself when the expectations that people set on you are so heavy?
Number one, every week I divorce myself or I detach myself from what it is that I'm doing.
What does that mean? How do you do that?
So mentally, I just shut it down. I just shut it down. I'm not entertaining these types of calls, those things that are high pressure, stressful type things. I'll sit down, either it's a book or time with my wife or a movie night or something like that. I totally take my mind off of, and I guess that's the beauty of being able to compartmentalize, because I'm able to shift my mind like immediately. Like I can, as you said, in some respects, it's go time. All right, lights, camera, action, boom. I can shift to that after being this over here. I can go straight into that or come out of it. And so that's a blessing for me, because I don't stay in it 24/7.
Got it.
I'm able to rest.
You can clock in and clock out.
I can clock in and clock out. That's the best way to put it. I'm able to clock in and clock out. And it might just be me in a basketball at an abandoned basketball court. It's just me shooting ball, man.
Yeah.
Just relaxing.
So and saying that, how do you handle when you're tired or you're overwhelmed as a man? How do you handle that? Like, what is your response when it's too heavy, or maybe it's like you don't know the answer to this question, or you don't?
Right. Well, I think it goes back to the previous answer. Number one, I'm always willing to say no. I'm always willing to say no. I'm always willing to say I do not know the answer.
Got it.
Because I think in my line of work, man, working in the political arena and whatnot, you are meant to be the answer. When a constituent calls you, you know, as they say, I mean,
that's
it's a running
so true.
joke. It's an act of Congress.
Yeah.
So we call a congressional office. We expect you to have the answer. We don't expect you to say, I'll get back with you.
Exactly.
But I take that as an opportunity to educate the constituent. And what it does is it builds a greater relationship, transparency between me and them. Because they know Chris ain't going to BS me. Chris is going to tell me the truth. If I don't know, I don't know. And my wife does a phenomenal job with creating an environment where I can relax, where I can kick my feet up.
Come on,
she knows how to read
that's
me.
not a. If that I have never met Keisha, but
Yeah.
I think
I
I've
can't
been
wait
this-
till you do. I tried
I
to
think
get her
I've
to come,
been
but
the
she was
same.
obligated
We should do a
elsewhere.
double date.
Yes,
because
let's do it.
Me and my honey, we should
Yes.
have lunch or dinner with y'all and just chop it up.
Yes,
because
let's do it.
let me tell you, I think it is so important for a woman. What you just said tells me that Keisha knows who she is.
Yes.
It's so important for
with
a
it.
man to be with a woman,
Yes.
and she knows who she is as a woman. I'm telling you, man.
Man.
That's
oh my
the
God.
best thing.
Oh my God,
Best
man.
thing. You know what? But you know what the thing is? How good a God that we serve.
Yes.
That even when you were immature in your
My Lord.
ways, God still honored you and gave you such a woman of God.
I'm about to shout. Because I tell you, when I tell you I didn't deserve it,
Yeah.
I didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
I didn't earn it.
Yeah.
I didn't earn it. But because of his love and mercy, his faithfulness, his grace
Come on,
toward
Chris.
me, he gave me that.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, all the times that I turned away from him, that I disobeyed him, right? Like that was a part of my healing, man. My healing process was, and I said this at my wedding at the reception. I said this. I said, you know, God opened up my eyes and began to heal me when I let go of my past and stopped blaming
Come on.
not only myself, but those that I was with.
Come on.
When I stopped saying, well, it was because of what she, now see, if she, worry about she. I'm God. Let me handle whoever she may be. I got to handle you. I got to deal with you. That's when I began to heal. And that's when I matured to a point when God said, okay, now I can open up your eyes and give you a blessing that I've already designed for you. I mean, the Bible says that she was meet, which means fit for his life. She's fit for me. She understands me. And you said something so true, man, when you said she knows who she is.
Yeah,
She's
knows who she is.
comfortable in her own skin, man.
Yeah.
She has her own career. She loves what she does. She's not threatened. She understands it. And I'm gonna share something funny with you. When we first sat down and I said, okay, I'm gonna hop in her inbox. I gotta talk to her. I gotta shoot my shot. You know, she might have somebody.
This after she came to the jazz club.
After she came to the jazz club, I went over and I introduced myself. I first introduced myself to her friend because I knew who her friend was.
Okay.
I didn't want her to think that I was too thirsty and I'm gonna go straight to her. So I tried to play it off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a little bit of honor. That's
You know what I mean?
that's some honor in you.
It's-
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
she ended up posting a picture the next day on Facebook. And you see me in the background singing. And I said, wait a minute, we're already friends on Facebook.
That's
I
the
used-
girl. That's the girl.
That's the one. So I use that little, this little thing called DM, and I DM'd her. And we began to talk, man, and correspond a little bit. And then she said, I'd be willing to get to know you, whatever. Man, we had lunch, we ended up talking, man. What was supposed to be an hour ended up talking for 3.
Wow. Were you nervous when you?
Man, I was super nervous, but
Were
I played
you
it up.
normally not nervous though?
Normally, I wouldn't be, but it was something that was unique about her.
Come on, it was the spirit of God on her, man.
Man, and here's what's crazy. Our stories were extremely similar.
Wow.
And she began to tell me like some of the things that she had gone through in previous relationships, and she thought I had did some research on her, and somebody had told me what her story
Give you
was.
information.
She thought I was lying. She was like, okay, this guy. All right, he a little city slicker. He's smooth talking. little
City
politician.
slicker. I ain't never heard that.
That's when the old school term.
Wow.
Look, I bet you Teddy know what that.
Teddy.
I bet our big bro Teddy Reese know what a city slicker is. He heard that term before.
Right.
But man, I tell you, we began to talk, and I did not realize that she was 8 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
And I had been so used, because I had older siblings.
Yeah.
So I was used to dating women my age or older.
Yeah.
And when she told me at the time she was 29, I
Like,
said,
girl, you wise, girl.
I said, 29? I said, oh, boy.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I ain't never had nobody talk to me like this at all.
Wow.
So I don't care about her age. We gonna talk.
Come on, because when you know, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah.
So y'all,
Yeah.
God just blessed you.
Yeah, man.
He blessed you with
Yeah.
a good one.
But I'm gonna tell you how I got it though, man. I
Come
went
on,
over
tell
and I
me.
cut her grass. She said,
Cut the grass.
She said, I'm about to go out and cut my grass. We were just talking. I said, don't worry about it. I cut your grass.
I cut your grass.
Because she thought I was some pretty boy singer.
Yeah.
That didn't want to get his hands dirty.
I cut that grass.
I do yard work. What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna cut that grass.
I'm gonna cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there cutting the grass.
Yeah,
You know?
just sweating. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But fast forward 3 years later, man. Still
Married.
together, still going strong,
Come on.
married now. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Chris, now I I ain't gonna have you on this podcast
Yeah.
and not ask you this question, knowing that I know who you are.
Yes, sir.
What's a song
Uh-oh.
if you can bless us?
Let me take a little sip of my Frisco here.
What's a song that keeps you when you're going through it? Or that's like always there.
Yeah.
And you just like every time you say it or you sing it, it comforts you.
Man, it's a song that I wrote. It's a song that I wrote.
What is it?
I
How
was
does it
going
go?
through a horrible time. Want me to sing a little bit of it?
Yeah, I want to hear something.
Wow. So I've only sang this song live one time.
Oh wow. Okay.
Never sang it a cappella. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try this out. Well, you got me nervous with
Take
this
your
one.
time.
All right. It was your blood that did it for me. It was your blood that set my soul free. I may never know how much you cared, but I know one thing I've got to share. It was your blood that did it. It was your blood for me. You spilt it. It was your blood that did it for me. I had to write those words down, man, because that's when God really became real to me. That's when God really became real to me, because I had, when you're told that a child that you've been fasting and praying for, losing weight over, potentially not make it, spend a month in the NICU, newborn intensive care unit, to now have a room in the Ronald McDonald House right across the street from the Dayton Children's Hospital, named in our honor.
Yeah.
My oldest brother, when he first had his first child, they stayed in that room.
Wow.
I was dedicated to his little brother.
Wow.
And when I tell you faith is real, when that doctor had to tell us, had to give us full disclosure as to the possibilities, that's what he had to do. But I looked him in the face and I said, the God that I belong to and serve told me that this is not the end of her story. Because you all told her mother that she couldn't have any children.
Right.
So the first miracle is conception.
Right.
So God's already done that.
Right.
So he's not going to do that and not finish the deal.
Come on.
Not in this particular story.
Right.
When my daughter was born, of course, she comes out, he taps her, and she starts screaming and crying and kicking. He looked at me and he said, your faith is justified. Wow. Your faith is justified. And so even though her and, her mother and I are no longer together, every time I see that little girl, anytime I see that little girl, she was in my wedding.
It's a testament.
Of course, man, it's just a testimony. And I remind her of that. I say, you are here for a way bigger purpose than what you even realize. I don't know where God's going to take you, but for him to perform that miracle,
come on,
there is something in you. There's something about
attached.
you. There's a calling attached to your life. And I said, God gave me that moment. You read about it in the Bible.
Yeah.
But he made it personal to me. He made it personal to me on April the 11th, 2010, 9:13 p.m. on a Wednesday evening. So,
Chris, that story alone.
August the 11th, not April.
Just that
August.
testament alone.
Yeah.
It like strengthens me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
What a testament. I gotta meet her too.
Yeah, man. You have to, man.
I heard baby boy on the phone.
Yes, you did.
But now I gotta meet baby girl, man.
Yeah, man. And she's a sweetheart, man.
I believe it.
She's a creative just like us, man.
Oh, man.
Such a wonderful spirit, man.
I believe it. I believe it.
And she has done so much for me. There's been times, man, where I was in dark places and spaces and she would call me.
Oh.
And I would say, I gotta answer the phone because she's calling.
That's my baby. Yeah.
I wouldn't answer it. She'd call me back. I'd get on the phone. She'd look at my face. And I'd say, hey, girl, how you doing? What's going on, baby girl? She'd say, hey, daddy, what's wrong?
Them kids be knowing, don't
Serenity, I said, and that's what she said, daddy, are you lying? What's wrong?
I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, in my spirit, I sense something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And so...
she has kept you as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Chris, let's imagine this. For one
you got me with that. What?
Well,
whew, man. I couldn't even hardly remember the girl's birthday after that.
Oh, man. No, I'm so glad you shared that story
Jesus,
because my prayer is that there's a parent right now
yes, sir,
who hears what you just said,
sir.
and it gives them some sense of peace about it. That's her.
That's her.
Oh,
that's my
man.
15-year-old daughter right there.
Oh, I love that.
That's Serenity, man.
She's
Serenity
beautiful,
Nicole
man.
Kelley. And she has my wife's middle name.
Oh,
Keisha Nicole Kelley. Serenity Nicole Kelley.
If that ain't a sign. Right. Chris, let's imagine this.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's imagine this. That there is an empty room that your 10-year-old self has just entered, and you watch him through this glass window that he's just entered.
Okay.
And he's sitting down in this chair, and there's an empty chair next to him. And he's anticipating when you're going to come in. And he's a little bit nervous because he doesn't know what to expect. And you walk in, and you sit right next to him. The now you walks in and sit right next to him. Yeah. What are you saying to that 10-year-old Chris?
Man, number one, I'm probably going to cry for about 30 minutes,
Yeah.
But I love that question. I'm going to tell him, slow down. Slow down. Forgive. And prepare because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, I would imagine and envision this day. I would imagine and envision this day. Wow. Matthew, man, I would tell myself, I'm going to have that wife. I'm going to have that job. I'm going to be a man of positive influence.
I feel that, Chris.
People are going to understand my heart. It's going to be received. I may be this little bad nappy-headed kid right now because I'm still talking. And, the teachers would always say, you have such leadership qualities. If you could just lead in the right direction, if we could just get you.
But they saw it.
They saw it. They saw it. My mother would cultivate it. My father would cultivate it. They would see it. I couldn't see it. I was so immature. Of course, I was growing. I was, just this little bad kid. And of course, the bad kids are always the most popular, and the kids want to follow you and all that.
Sure.
I'm getting kicked out of class and saying, they, Chris, what you doing? Your daddy gonna tear you up. All we gotta do is make that one phone call, and it's over with. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But I would tell 10-year-old me, 30 years from now, it all makes sense. It would all make sense, man. That. Stay the course, slow down, don't make any rash decisions.
Yeah.
But man, when I answer questions like that, we often look at, as you were saying, the journey as being mistakes and failures, when all the while those were necessary steps to get me to where I am today.
Yeah.
I could not be exactly what God has for me in this moment and for me to carry out that mission that he has for me, had I not have made those decisions. Yeah. It's easy to say, but I grew up with a lot of folks in church, and I say, the world needs you now more than ever, but you're not qualified. See, there's a difference in the qualification between Peter and Paul. Paul had secular training and experiences that Peter didn't, because Peter was under the Mosaic law, as was Paul, but Paul was far more culture traveled and educated. So Peter's ministry was for Jerusalem and the Jews. Paul was for the Jews and the Gentiles. And so God showed me, matter-of-factly, the calling that I have for you is that of Paul, not of Peter. So don't judge those that are still there. Because that's where they are. But I've called you to do something different. I couldn't see it then. I felt rejected then. That's what led to that church hurt and that pain. Led to some of the things that I was doing. Trying to validate myself, trying to prove myself. It's an expression of pain. Yes, trying to show and prove, hey, I'm worthy. Look at me, see me. I'm doing something great. Why can't you compliment me? Why can't you see that I'm worthy of that too? Why am I being looked at? Why am I considered the rebel when I'm just following the Bible? Why am I called radical? Why are you labeling me the very things that God said it's actually not a bad thing? The Pharisees called Jesus that. They called Peter and disciples that. It's okay. So that's what I would tell myself. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
And it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Chris, thank you so much for joining me today.
Man, thank you for having me.
I'm so glad.
Thank you for having me.
I can't wait to hear what people say about this.
Yes, sir.
And,
yes, sir.
Thank you.
Can I leave your audience with a message?
Sure.
Forgive. Forgive. Let go. And let's work together. Forgive.
Let go.
Let go. Let's work together.
It's the only way things can happen.
It's the only way things can happen.
Yeah. Especially when we step out of tradition.
Yes, sir.
And into new.
And that's it.
That's it. Thank you, Chris.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, man.
Fun.
Yes, sir. This was all. You even had me singing and
come on, man,
cracking and going flat and everything.